Hello and welcome to HMD, or short for Human Mobile Devices. If you haven't met me yet, I am Jamie Barber, the Marketing Manager for HMD Australia. But first, I would like to acknowledge the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, the traditional custodians of the land, and pay my respects to the elders both past and present. Okay. So, we are so incredibly excited to have all of you here today. It is the first day to launch HMD in Australia, and we have been looking forward to this day for so long. Tonight is going to be filled with so much fashion, so much technology, and maybe too many cocktails. I'm looking at a few people, maybe Worker over there. Starting the evening, we're going to hear from Brendan Folatarik, the GM of Australia and Oceania, followed by a panel discussion, or what I like to call a podcast, hosted by yours truly, with some amazing panelists. So, let's get into it. Can I hand over to Brendan? Round of applause, please.
Thank you, Jamie. No, I'm all mic'd up. I'm good to go. Hello, everybody. Wow, what a turnout. Everybody up the back in here? Yep, excellent. I can't believe you all turned up. That's amazing. This is what I love about my job. I get to meet interesting and connect with amazing people like yourselves. And of course, engage with some of the most innovative technology. This is such a great job and such a great thing to do. I'm truly grateful for, this is my 20th year doing this, 20 years. And what a roller coaster it's been in technology over the last 20 years. I feel it was just like yesterday that I started all those years ago for a brand I didn't even know existed. Didn't know anything about it. And I, as a young bloke starting my career, making all those mistakes, had no idea what I was doing. And I'm pretty sure we can all agree that's typically what happens at the start of your career. So here I was, a young bloke from country New South Wales, trying to make my way into big smoke for a brand I didn't even know existed. And the number one value, or the number one lesson rather, that I learned across the last 20 years, and still the most important principle today, that I believe, is brand. More specifically, personal brand. My personal brand, your personal brand, because that's what we put out to the world. That's who we are. And as I look around the room and I connect eyes with the people that I know, in an instant, I feel your personal brand. I know it. I know what to expect from you. And then there's those people I don't know. And that's exciting. It's a discovery. It's a chance to get to know you and understand what your personal brand is and what you're bringing to the world. You see, I tell you this story because that's like HMD right now. Some people know us. Some people do not. Some people know us as the drivers behind the Nokia brand. In over 200 countries, selling over 400 million phones. And the brand behind Nokia in Australia bringing it to number 4 in smartphones. Thank you. Let me actually give you all a round of applause because a lot of people in this room have actually contributed to that. So thank you. But there's also the people that don't know the brand. And there's nothing when they look at this in a glance. There's no connection. There's no bond or anything that connects them to what HMD is and what it stands for. It's like the beginning of a career. It's exciting, it's new, it's different. And personal brand, as I talk about, has never been more exciting and important today in the current age. And a lot of people in this room can actually resonate with that, correct? Personal brand is so important. And we're thrilled to be able to bring a brand to life that people have no connection with, but don't know anything about. Super exciting. There's no preconceived ideas, there's no preconceived opinions. But we're really excited about launching the HMD brand tonight. We're on the move. HMD is on the move, and they're stepping out from behind the Nokia brand. And we're really owning ourselves as a brand, a house of brand strategy, and we're really bringing to the forefront some innovative technology which I'll talk through tonight. And my mission, our mission by the end of tonight, is it's crystal clear who we are and what we stand for. Because that's really critical when you launch a brand. I want you to understand our values and why we're doing the things that we're doing. So the first question really is, who is HMD? Well, we are human mobile devices. And we're trying to bring devices to the market that people can afford, that you feel good about using. And we always start with a human challenge of a problem that we're trying to solve. For some people, connectivity is critical and they must have it. And for some others, connectivity overload and they want to disconnect and they want to remove themselves from that scene. And that's where HMD is coming in. And we're also trying to address e-waste. It's growing at 3 times the rate of waste, the time of plastic, and we're trying to address that by bringing devices to the market that are repairable. You see, we value quite a few things. We're passionate about creating value for people, like you and I, our partners, and many of these people are in the room this evening, and of course the planet, which goes without saying. And for us, we are proud to say that we are a platinum status EcoVadis member. 1 moment, please. Get a bit dry up here under that spotlight. Alright, cool. So, we're proud to be an EcoVadis platinum status member. Now, for the last 2 years in a row, we've made that achievement, and that's super important to us. But we were gold before that, silver before that. We're ever evolving as a business. And we give 100% to being the top 1% of companies globally. For things like sustainable procurement, ethics, human rights, and the environment, of course. And I'm pretty sure we can all agree that this is absolutely critical in business these days. From the moment you walked in the room this evening, you would look around and see we're showing up differently. We have a damn igloo in the middle of the room. We want to be different. We want to show up different. We want to bridge that gap between total digital immersion and digital detoxing and taking that time out. We want to show up different from a sea of sameness of black rectangles. We all see the black rectangles. Everyone's on a black rectangle. We want to be different. We want to show up. We've evolved as a brand, and we're going to show up differently as a brand. We're bringing a house of brand strategy to the market, whether that be HMD Originals, our incredible partnerships, or of course our licensing agreement continuing with Nokia. And tonight is the first step out from behind that brand to launch the new HMD Original series, the HMD Pulse, Pulse Plus, and the hero of the evening, Pulse Pro. Incredible looking device. Have you all had a chance to look at it? Yep, please have a look on the plinth separating around the room. One of the things that we're really obsessed with is making sure we ask customers for feedback. And we know Australians are obsessed with taking photos. I can see it from where I am right now, to be honest. But obsessed with taking photos, we took that feedback and we introduced that into the HMD Original range. We put a 50 megapixel on the front, and we also put a selfie 50 megapixel camera. And that's really cool and innovative for us to actually do that. By taking that feedback on board, we're building devices for humans and what they're doing with them right now. But this selfie camera, you can level up your selfies. You're able to do interesting and cool things like the 2-finger salute, peace sign, or thumbs up to activate the sensor, to activate the shutter. If you all haven't had a chance at this, have a really good look at this. There's some amazing selfie attributes to the device and incredible features that you can use. There's selfie slow-mo, but my nieces remind me I haven't got the hair for it, but there's this cool stuff that you can do, and it is absolutely amazing. One of the things that a lot of people don't actually know is that Australians had a lot of influence on the design of this device. As a European brand, we hold design close to our heart, and we approach numerous countries around the world to get feedback and bring these devices to market. And we listened to Australians, and we implemented that. I know that because I was there. I was part of that group. It was a European design with Australian influence. Now, every detail of this device, when you pick it up, whether that be the distinctive camera rings, the form-fitting hugging device, the distinct colours, no matter which model you choose or look at in this range, you'll know it's a HMD. And that's our goal. You know it's a HMD. The Pulse Pro and the entire Pulse device series is also quick fix repairable. We know we're trying to tackle e-waste, and this is one way that we're able to do that. We know this resonates with Australians because repairing mobile phones has been increasing every year, year on year, since 2019. And What we also know is that 69% of us will drop and smash our screen after the first year. And good show of hands, who's smashed the screen before? Yeah, I think from where I'm standing, it's looking pretty good for this one. But not only is it quick fix repairable, it's easy to repair, but you don't have to be an engineer to do it. It's really simple to do it. We have user guides online with our partner iFixit, with the help of a guitar pick, some simple screws, and parts from iFixit. You're able to change things like a damaged display, a bent charging port, or even a depleted battery or a back cover. But most importantly, those parts shouldn't cost the earth. $75 for a HD plus 90 Hz refresh rate screen. $75. And if you go through the iFixit portal, you use all of that stuff, we cover that under warranty. That's cool. That's innovative. And the Pulse Pro actually has 3 years of warranty. We're so proud to be able to bring this design, this camera, these attributes in this particular device to Australia for only $299 with 3 years warranty. Who would have thought we would come and celebrate a $300 phone in the Australian market? But there's never been a more important time to launch affordable technology in Australia right now. We can all agree this week's been quite crazy in the news when it comes to affordability. And at HMD, that's really important to us because we want everybody to have access to great technology from entry level all the way up to mid-tier. But at HMD, it's more than just the HMD original series. Each of our house of brands makes you feel different. You have a different connection. Like at the start, I said, most of us have no connection with this brand. So when you see a brand and you connect instantly to it, you know that it's working. And I bet you recognize this brand immediately. In an instance, you recognize this brand. This is probably what I feel after my 20 years, one of the greatest partnerships in technology that there ever is. And we're proud to partner with Mattel to bring up a Barbie phone second half this year. Super exciting. The feeling of this partnership, the connection of this, is all about empowering and dreaming big and aspiring to be whatever you want to be. And that's super exciting. But even I have a connection with Barbie. I have a younger sister. I grew up playing Barbies. Sure, she didn't like that Barbie had to marry Hulk Hogan, my wrestler from WWF in the 1980s. But still, Barbie reminds me of those simpler times with spending time with my lovely sister. And it's just so simple because the world moves so fast. And from a few years ago until last year Barbie actually was one of the top 100 women for Forbes. One of the top 100 powerful women for Forbes, which is absolutely incredible. And this year is Barbie's 65th anniversary. Very cool. What a great partnership to have. I believe this is going to be the phone of the decade. This will be the device of the decade for us and for many Australians. When we talk about brand and connecting to the brand, no doubt you'll connect with these brands straight away. Again, we've partnered with Heineken to bring out what we classify as the boring phone. It's simple, it's easy to use. It was designed to disconnect. It was a limited run to help consumers be in the moment. And if you haven't had a chance to check out the YouTube for Heineken, please do, because some of their advertisements are hilarious. It's so good. It shows you what being present and being in the moment is actually like. And we know what it's like to disconnect. We think it's extremely important too. Being present, being connected, but also being disconnected is just as important. Our innovation is focused on a balanced relationship with technology, one where you're in control. You see, at HMD, the H stands for human, and it's before mobile device. We want you to have that relationship with the technology and you to be in control, not the other way around. We see Australians are making the choice to connect and to disconnect, which is really interesting and really cool. Comparing this period last year to last year, we have surged over 400% in our feature phones, or dumb phones, as it's been called. So I'm going to call it dumb phone for the rest of the night. So if it's a dumb phone, is that a smart person, or is it the other way around? I don't know. But what we do know is that Australians are choosing to disconnect, and it was primarily driven by the 2660. And for me, I actually have one. I have the lean green disconnection machine, which I call it. And my entire HMD family actually has a feature phone as well to disconnect when needed. We stand out as one of the select few manufacturers that are committed to offering a respite from that total digital distraction. Our feature phones are designed to provide that break, whether it be a short detox or a long extended digital break, to provide you the option to disconnect. And I think that's really important. We're also bringing an arrangement of colours with the new Nokia 2 series this week as well. Super excited about that. So not only are we launching HMD brand this week, but we're launching HMD originals. We're launching Nokia feature phones. We're launching Nokia dumb phones, I should say. But this is primarily driven by the digital detox movement. But there's another movement, and this is the cool one. It's all about Y2K and nostalgia. "25 years later, the icon is back. The Nokia 3210 sold over 160 million units, number 7 top-selling phone of all time, and some say it was the best phone of all time. And I absolutely agree. And I'll tell you why. It was my first ever Nokia, and it was the first phone, or the first time that I had to actually didn't have to run defense, I should say, to stop my brother from unplugging the home phone when I was growing up. This was my first foray into Nokias with the 3210. Super excited about bringing this to a new generation. Yes, it's the old school format with new retro feel and look touch in the operating system. And of course it has Snake. So I ask you this. When you see our brand, whenever that is, wherever that is, take a moment to think about what human emotions stir within you. We've taken you on a little bit of a journey the last 10 minutes on who we are, what we stand for, why we do the things we do. And I want you to reflect on the passion and the pride that is HMD. You see, we are a house of brands and we're bringing iconic brands to life. We're providing beautiful devices that don't just turn heads but are kinder to the earth, pocket friendly, and they're built to last longer. We're providing devices to feel connected and be your best self, or selfie. But we're also providing devices to disconnect, to be present in the moment and be the best you. You see it, we provide devices for all types of humans. Because we are human mobile devices. But you can call us HMD. Thank you. I'll now hand back over to our lovely host, Jamie.
Hello. Thank you, Brendan, and I hope everyone's feet, legs are okay. You know what? As a marketer, the two most special things I hold close to my heart are Barbie, actually 3 things. Barbie's marketing, and yapping. I am a certified yapper. So this is my favorite part of the evening, where I get to yap or have my very own HMD talk show. So let me introduce you to our HMD live podcast or talk show with these 2 amazing guests. 1 second, let me just jump up here. Bit of balancing. So let me introduce you to our fantastic panel. We have Kiralee Thompson to my right, or to my left, or to your right. And you are a content creator, a social media marketing specialist, and dare I say, a rising TikTok and Instagram sensation, focusing on beauty and fashion. And people, if you don't follow her already, I'm obsessed with her unboxing. May have bought way too many things and been influenced myself. To Kiralee's left, we have Emily Savage, a founder and creative director of a fabulous Australian slow fashion brand, First Colours. Now, First Colours actually recently showcased at Paris Fashion Week, which is a huge win, not for only Australian fashion, but for Emily. And Emily, of course, is also a fashion strategist for a lot of fashion brands as well. So there's a bit of a trend happening tonight. We're here to talk about HMD, we're here to talk about technology, but also HMD, we're a lifestyle brand. And that's what we want you to take tonight. Now, first things first, we're a human brand. So let's ask these humans, how are you going? How's this week going?
I'm doing good. This week's been a little bit of a lot. It's Fashion Week right now, if anyone didn't know. So a lot of days back to back at Carriage Works here and there, but I'm doing good.
Fantastic.
Yeah, same. Fashion Week's a bit hectic, but exciting for us. We're selling our new collection, so it's like fun, stressful, if that makes sense.
And I'm sure there are some people in the crowd that have been at Fashion Week this week, so you can totally understand that. But also, let me just remind everyone that I love a good fit check, and I take way too many fit checks on my HMD Pulse Pro. So let's just do a quick one on stage. You don't have to get up, because that was just an effort and a half. Walk me through your outfit.
Okay, I'll run you through it. So I'm doing the stocking trend tonight.
Oh, aren't we all?
Yes, so I've got the stockings on, I've got some kitten heels on, and this Boss blazer.
Fantastic.
Love. I'm also rocking the blazer. This dress is First Colours, of course, made from dead stock fabric. So this is from our summer range.
We love the sustainability queen, as we are also one at HMD. Now, this is actually one for the crowd as well, but please no heckling. So we're going to do a bit of a rapid fire fashion quiz. It's a that's hot or that's a not. You can scream it out if you want, if you're a bit passionate about the certain items that I'm about to say. So we ready, girls? Okay. First one is skinny jeans.
Absolutely not.
No. No from me.
No offense, but absolutely not.
Who was that?
Sorry if anyone's wearing skinny jeans and like if you're a logo, not judging.
This is a strange man in the outfit. I think that's worker. God. You don't worry, you're a very special human to me. Phone charms.
I feel like yes. I feel like it needs to be the right kind of moment, but it's a yes for me.
I don't hate them, but I personally wouldn't use one. I use little bags, so the smaller the phone, the smaller everything, the better.
Love a micro moment. Chunky Y2K belts.
Definite yes.
Yes.
Not with skinny jeans though.
Over a skirt, yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to give away too much, but HMD might be doing something in that space.
Oh.
Maybe.
Oh.
Matching phone cases to your outfit. Hot or not?
Hot. Yeah, I'm into it.
Hot. And dare I say, the HMD Pulse Pro doesn't even need a case. I mean, look around you guys. Purple and the green, they will go with your outfit. Okay, mini skirts. Hot.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, this is the last one. It's going to be controversial. Crocs.
Hot.
Yeah, I'm super into Crocs.
They're hot at the server when you're taking the bins out.
And actually, Gary from Crocs Australia is here. He's not, I'm kidding. How awkward. But no, seriously. So obviously, when we think fashion, we think content, we think phones, dare I say, because you need phones to take content. But you also think social media. Now, Kirili, besides being your job, how important does social media affect your life?
Besides my job, I use social media for a few things. So one, it's a great creative outlet to look at for inspiration. Like every time I redecorate my room or I'm looking for inspiration for anything in life, I go to Pinterest. I love Pinterest. It's like my number one app. And also just like connecting with people. My best friend moved to London a couple of weeks ago and she hasn't got her phone number sorted out. So I've been chatting through Snapchat to talk to her. So I feel like that is another way that just has a big role in my life.
For sure. Fantastic. Now, again, I'm talking about Fashion Week again, but it is the giant dome or diary room in the room. But essentially, there's been lots of content on our socials. And I think, for me, how has social media really affected the fashion industry for you guys? Is there a lot of pressure to get content?
I think so. If you take a look at Carriage Works, you're looking at everyone's shooting content, every corner. There's a phone there, there's a camera there, there's something going on. But also they've become an accessory.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a statement piece. You see them plastered everywhere. Like you said, phone cases for outfits, but the purple, the green, they're definitely something you can tie with an outfit.
For sure. What about you, Emily? How does getting content affect your day-to-day?
Yeah, I think from a brand perspective, like obviously our campaign shoots and that kind of thing are super important, but at the end of the day when we're looking at the actual performance of our content, it's the UGC and like creator-led content that performs the best. So it is really important for us, we still need that content to be on brand, we still need it to be elevated. So making sure that the creators who are actually taking the content for us, making sure that they've got, a really good quality camera, phone, all of that stuff. So it's still kind of UGC and not like that super campaign clean, polished look, but it's still quality on brand.
Yeah, definitely. And look, we've spoken about camera, quality and design, and very much that is one of our key features with the HMD Pulse Pro. But when we think about another focus, repairability. Now, with our HMD Pulse Pro, it is a repairable phone, and that's because we believe phones should last longer. Very similar to what you guys believe in terms of fashion garments. Emily, this one goes to you more specifically, but I mean, both of you play such an important, part in the fashion community when it comes to sustainability. But, Emily, what are some ways that you actively try to be sustainable with your fashion?
Yeah, so sustainability is very much a core pillar of our brand. So everything that we make is made from either dead stock, recycled, or natural materials. We won't work with anything outside of those brackets. One thing that we're really kind of focusing on over the next 12 months is that kind of end of life aspect as well. So that repairability, I think, is really important. I think a lot of the time we do kind of look at the start of the garment being made and look at the ethics and the sustainability of that. But what we also need to look at really is that end of life piece. So repairability is, so key to that.
For sure, and just what Brendan touched on before, digital waste is so prevalent, so we really need to look at how we're consuming digitally, which people often forget. So let's talk about selfies. If you go into the bathrooms, actually, you can get a great selfie. There are some fantastic selfie little inspiration talks, just a bit of a plug if you go in there. That was my personal favourite of the evening. But look, Australia, I'm looking at you. We are a highly social country, continent, island, legends, I don't know, name it, humans. We highly over-index on social media, right? So 164% on Instagram, 118% on TikTok. I'm preaching to a choir to a lot of you in the room. But we love a selfie because we love we love social media, so we love a selfie. Guys, what would you say? Selfie to me just means self-love as well. What would you say to the audience? Like, how has selfies given you a sense of self-love?
Selfies to me, well, I post myself every day. I post my face every day. So my self-love has come from my community online and making friendships through social media. For example, I'm staying with a bunch of girls this week during Fashion Week, and we're each other's hype girls. We've taught each other self-love. We give each other self-love. It's just a nice to have community. I feel like social media really just gives you that.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's very much comes from the clothing and that kind of transformative aspect of, when you put on an outfit that you really love and the way that you feel. I think that's something that I really try and capture when I'm designing to kind of give that feeling to other people. But that's been a big aspect of my self-love journey, if that's what we want to call it.
I love it so much. And look, again, the HMD Pulse Pro, I'm sorry guys, but it has a 50 megapixel dual camera. That's a selfie camera to die for. And honestly, again, we've done the stats, we've done the research, and we know that you guys all want a good camera when you're looking for a phone. So to get that selfie, how important is it to have a good camera with a good selfie camera, but at an affordable price?
It's so important. I feel like quality is the number one thing these days. It's what makes you stand out, it makes you grow as a creator. So I think having a good camera is really the base of that.
Yeah. And what about your audience, and that affordability piece?
Oh, 100%. My audience is quite younger girls, and this may be their first phone that they're purchasing. And they too want to replicate. They want to join in on the fun. They want to do the TikTok. So I think having a good quality camera at a lower price point is perfect for them.
Amen. Now, last question. What is your selfie tip for the room? Don't all fight at once.
Mine would be lighting, 100%.
Lighting?
Yeah, so I tend to shoot during the day just because natural lighting, but with the Pulse Pro I found that actually it's a night mode and it's really, really good. So you guys should try it out if you haven't yet. It kind of just corrects the lighting and makes it good quality.
Amazing.
For me, obviously, outfit is everything. So, lighting is important. You have to get that right, but you want to capture the kind of full outfit situation.
High angle selfie.
Yeah.
I think so. And whilst we're on the topic of selfie, guys, I'm going to ask everyone if you come a little bit closer in, we're going to take a bit of a selfie using the HMD Pulse Pro Selfie AI gesture feature. Now, if I can get off here, gosh, 1 second.
Can I be in the front?
Brendan, you love a selfie, don't you?
We're going to do the peace sign.
Doing...
Let's go.
the most beautiful man.
Okay, is everyone? I'm not gonna lie. I probably won't get everyone. Okay, and we're gonna use the peace sign.
Yes, we're gonna put a big sign on.
One of the gestures. Okay.
Okay, ready? 3. Oh, here we go.
Hold on.
This is oh, there we go. 3, 2, 1.
Oh my gosh, thank you! And amazing, you guys are all stunning. Thank you so much, guys, for the panel. Thank you. And thank you so much for joining. And have a great night.